I tried to, but I didn't always do the readings. And but when I couldn't do the whole readings, I had some strategies. I would read the first 10 pages and then the last 5 pages. I would try to skim read and get to the parts that were most important. Sometimes you just can't, and then you read it on the TTC, right, and stuff like that. That's part of normal life, I feel like.
Yeah, the intro and conclusion strategy.
The intro and conclusion,
yeah.
Or trying to find a book review. That's another good strategy. Finding a book review online that summarizes the book so that you know where to go to, what are the important parts, what chapters you should read. An Inuit artist called, I think her name is pronounced Elisa P or Elisa Pi, I don't know, but she's Montreal based and she sings in English, French, and Inuktitut, the Inuit language, and I've been listening to her albums a lot. It's pretty great. I did a lot of jumping around because my first job was as a journalist, and I did my undergrads in Brazil, and I needed to have a degree in journalism to work in a newspaper. So my undergraduate degree, I majored in journalism, or the equivalent of that, so that I could work as a journalist. But most of the courses that I took were in anthropology, because that's what I enjoyed most, reading and discussing and that kind of stuff. So I jumped, I did other stuff and all, it was always the thing that I wanted to be reading more of, but, for life reasons and stuff, I also, branched out into other stuff. One of the things that, when I was working as a journalist, I started to go to Amazonia to write journalistic pieces, but I always felt that it was short, and I wanted to go back for a long time, a year or two, to live with the people who I was writing about. So it was a natural sort of course to do anthropology and do ethnographic fieldwork, right? And the other thing were also books that I read and that blew my mind when I was in undergrad. And one of them is Lévi-Strauss's Tristes Tropiques that I teach in Ant B19, because when I read that as an undergrad, it had a huge influence on me. Where I come from, anthropologists are considered to be pretty, what's the best word for it? Kind of outdoorsy and sort of hippie-ish, I don't know. So I guess that my long hair does kind of fit that sort of description of it. Yeah, anthropologists in Brazil are kind of they like to be in the forest and are chill people, and I consider myself an outdoor and chill person. It would definitely be someone from the Evo arc side, so that I would be able to see all the labs and stuff and the stuff that they do. So I would say I'd switch bodies with either Professor Julie or Professor Lisa. No, I haven't. Should I? Oh, that's a good one. I may be controversial, that it might be controversial, but I actually think that anthropology is a science. It's a humanistic science, but it's a science in the good sense of it, that we are trying different methods to come closer to something that we think is true. And we're making mistakes along the way, but we're improving our knowledge. So in that sense, I think that anthropology is a science.